morning, everybody. It's day 2 of Snowmageddon here in northwest Oklahoma. I don't have much planned today, but I am going to get out and drive around and see how much snow we got. You guys can go along. Well, I would say, I don't know, 7, 8 inches. I'm going to go out there and start that pickup. I'll have to get a yardstick in a little bit. Quite a bit of snow. Got to put these down here in a little bit. Put the windshield wipers down. I don't know. What is that? 4 inches on top of the vehicle. It's cold out again though. I think it's probably pickup started. We put this on defrost this morning. And we're gonna get our Coyote coffee drink. Go for a drive. I'm gonna let this warm up for 30 minutes or so. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Well, got my Coyote coffee. They're pretty good. You should try them. I told you before. And we're going to go see how much snow everybody got. Back down the hill. Without hitting a tree. Got dark. And get rid of some more snow. How come it is always, like, if I was sitting there, but it's always right in front of where the driver's sitting that the windshield wiper doesn't work. All right. Go for a morning drive. On most of these roads, we're the first ones out this morning. So we're making fresh tracks on a lot of them. We got quite a bit of snow. Well, we're back to the house. One thing, we've got to go to the shop right over here and start the tractor. It's 4 degrees out because we're going to try to blade the driveway off today. But I wanted to drive out to the pond and see. What I'm worried about is I left that pump on out there. So it kicked on last night and the night before. And if I don't know what that's going to do if the pipe, the outlet pipe, was froze solid, probably. So I don't know what that would do to that pump if it couldn't, push water up through the frozen pipe. So I'm gonna shut it off, and then we'll see where we are after this thaws out. We don't get above freezing till Monday, I think. Tomorrow, well, I don't know that we do tomorrow. Pig 1 and Pig 2, we'll check in on them in just a little bit. I want to make sure their water, they got an automatic water make sure it's thawed out, and shut the pond pump off, start the tractor up. So we'll see. Maybe we'll be able to tell if that pumped last night or not, but I don't know if we're going to make it through this right up here. This is pretty snowy. Guess we'll give it a try. Made it. Go on past the pond and turn around and see. The pond's frozen over, but I wanted to see if that water pumped last night or not. Maybe we can turn around right here without getting stuck. The pond's a little slushy. Can't tell. That water comes out right down there, and I can't tell if that pumped last night or not, but should be right in there. Actually right in there, but doesn't look like it pumped to me. So we'll go down here and shut it off. It may just, it has overload protection on that pump, so it may just trip the overloads on it, but we probably don't need it to pump for a few days anyway. Snow is pretty deep here. We just got to turn that. To off. You can hear the time clock ticking in there. Oh. Okay. Pretty deep. my younger days, I would go get my coyote call and I'd go sit right back over there and see if I couldn't call in a coyote. But it's now 3 degrees. So 3 or 4 degrees outside. I don't know if I'm that adventurous anymore. All right, we're gonna go start the tractor. Well, you only live once, right? So I got to thinking, why not go call in a coyote? Or at least try to. We'll see. It's a pretty good morning. Wind still, big snow, and cold, and sun's fixing to pop out. So we're gonna go sit in the deer hut over west of the pond, and I'll stop here and show you guys. I don't use a digital call, I use the old mouth call. So I've had these for, I don't know, 30 years, and I've called coyotes in with them. So we'll go see if we can do it one more time. A little close. We've made it out here, and there was a coyote track coming along the west side of the pond from earlier, probably yesterday evening. And it's not uncommon for me to see coyotes back in here. So I'm gonna give it a few minutes and then call, see what happens. I would expect them to come from down in here or right over here. So they could come from back in there. What I'd like to call in is bobcat. I've never called in a bobcat. So we'll call here in just a little bit. We're not gonna be here very long because it's cold out. So I am gonna call out this window. I've got it open, and I'm hoping not to get too loud for you guys. I'll project that sound out this way, and if it happens, it usually happens within the first few minutes. So we'll see what happens here in just a second. Not even sure I put a round in my rifle. All right, let's blow a call. got this phone upgraded on me. And when I went to switch the camera around to show you guys the Coyote, I didn't hit record because it's different on this upgrade. But we had a Coyote come in on the second blast or calling sequence. We still could have another one show up, but that was probably our opportunity. I was watching over here to my right, and that Coyote come from the left, and it was down here. It got behind a hill, and I thought it was going to come out this way. Well, it went back to the east, and I didn't get a shot on it. And I thought I was getting video of it, but I didn't hit record. He came in downwind, so I thought he was going to come out from this other hill right down here to my right. I think he got a sniff of us because when he came out from behind the hill, he was moving on, going to the east. So, Coyotes 1, me 0. Wish I would have hit record. You guys could have seen him. All right. We're going to try one more spot. My feet aren't quite frozen off. They're pretty cold, but they're not frozen off. So we're going to try one more spot real quick. See if we call anything in over here. Well, we went and tried spot number 2, and I filmed while I was in there, but we didn't get anything to come in, so I probably won't show you that. It's pretty just me blowing on a call. Didn't see anything there, so Coyotes 2, me 0. But when we called one in at the first set, I just didn't do my part. So, I'm sufficiently cold, so I'm gonna go warm up, get my nose dried up. I've had a text about sledding, so there'll probably be some sledding later this morning. It's only 9 o'clock, and or early this afternoon. Something like that. All right, I wouldn't mind doing one more call set, but I'd have to travel to go do it. So I'm gonna go warm my feet up. See you guys in a little bit. Well, I'm gonna try one more spot. It's an hour and a half later, but I want to try one more spot and then I'm gonna call it a day, because we're gonna have lunch and then we're gonna have sledding after lunch. So I'm up out of the wind in here. I can get in pretty quiet, and we'll see what happens. It's really close quarters back in here. I'm gonna use my little squeaker call. And I'd really like to call it Bobcat, but we'll see what happens. If it does, it's gonna be close. So we'll wait a minute and I'll start calling. Well, no luck there either. So that's 3-0, but I'm not so mad about it. I enjoy just calling the coyote up. I don't really care if I shoot one or not. I kind of like hearing them in the evenings, didn't shoot one. Saw one, called one up. I'm going to consider that a success. I don't know if I would have shot it if I could have shot it, I would have liked to have got video of it for you guys, but I don't need to shoot it. Bobcat, I wouldn't have mind getting a bobcat. Never have shot a bobcat, so never called one up. I know a lot of guys do, but I have never been able to do it. So might try again sometime. So that takes us pretty close to lunch, and then this afternoon is going to be some sledding. So I'm probably going to call it a day for the YouTube video shooting and enjoy the afternoon with my nieces, nephew-in-laws, and children sledding down a hill, trying not to break anything. So, all right, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you'd like. Have a blessed day, everybody.